Have you ever considered if a situation where you allow your child spend the night with your friends, relatives or neighbors for one reason or the other have any implication on that child? Oh yes, it does. In as much as we've come to trust those people so very much, they most times molest those children. Worse still, they threaten them never to reveal it to anyone, instill fear, promising to harm them, their parents and loved ones if they ever speak up. They intimidate these children in such a way that a child ends up saying nothing but dies silently. Ironically, this grows to a stage where the child gets addicted to sleeping over in a particular house, maybe a neighbor's or relatives, because the child has come to enjoy that, which started as an abuse that the child never liked initially. And before you know what is happening, she becomes a maniac, growing up with bad, ugly and negative experiences. Yet, many parents are ignorant of what their children are passing through. And many may not know until it becomes too late to save that child. At times, some parents are aware, but they say and do nothing because they don't want to face the shame. They don't want to expose incest, the stigmatization. How would the society look at it? What would the public say? Not considering at all the physical, emotional, and psychological makeup of the child. The act of sleepover goes really beyond physical abuse. Most times, children are exposed to a particular lifestyle they are not used to in their own homes. For instance, if the auntie is the type that likes watching pornography, the possibility of your child learning is there. She may be a lesbian, not necessarily will she practice it on your child, but when her partner visits, your child learns. The uncle might be the type that smokes, a drug addict, or even invites a woman over to sleep with, thinking that your child is asleep, not knowing that many children are really conscious of what happens around them at night. This is the same act you and your spouse engage in discreetly. Chai! What a torment. Mental torture. In fact, this is psychological abuse of a child. I understand at times the luxury of having separate rooms for your children as a result of their sex may not be available, but it is advisable they have their separate corners. Gone are those days we slept together on the same bed in the name of relation, so saying it does not matter. Hey, looking at what is happening in the society today is risky. It breeds molestation. Unfortunately, many a time, children involved in this act may not even know the implication of what they are doing. Question them closely and you hear innocent answers like, I got to know about it from my aunt. I learned it from my uncle the last time I visited him. I watched it on the television. I saw my parents do it. Hey! The parents say, where? Be careful what you do before a child now. Because many times, children learn by observation and after learning, they want to practice it. Incest sets in. Although house helps are not left behind though, because at times, they are the real perpetrators of child abuse. Form the habit of checking up on your children every night, because at those odd hours, children do a whole lot of funny things. They watch what they're not supposed to watch. Visit sites they're not supposed to visit with their phones. At times, they will steal your own phone, browse with it, visit stuffs, sites, and sneak it back, unknown to you. Sometimes, some of them will come back with their friends' phones, books, magazines, novels, gadgets that are not meant for their ages, because they want to watch stuffs, all in the name of daddy and mommy are sleeping. Carry out surprise searches on their bags, on their belongings, but please do not interrupt their privacy, because they are entitled to some. For the smart kids, the moment they get to know that, wow, daddy, mommy could search our belongings at any moment, you see them, they hide stuff away from the rooms. But come on, that house is yours. You should not even look at cranny of the building. Once in a while, visit your child in the school. Not necessarily must you get a distress call. Is it an open day, visiting day, PTA meeting, stuff like that. Interact with your child's teachers. Ask questions about the general well-being of your child. Get feedback, which will automatically help you to step in as a parent to help your child. My dear in-loco parents, biological parents, in whichever capacity you are serving as a parent, let's give more attention to our children, especially where they spend the nights. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Abina, to be forearmed is to be forewarned. Whatever. But what I know is that together we could actually fight child abuse. Candid advice.